Every day since the quarantine was imposed, I've been waking to the sound of chirping birds perched on a tree outside our window. It's another reminder that God has given me another chance to experience His grace.
When peace like a river attendeth my way, when sorrows like sea billows roll.
I was so disheartened yesterday, I could not imagine how some government officials would take advantage of their position to serve their own interests. I kept looking at social media and other news and feeds from other parts of the country, and it just showed me how inept some of our government officials can be. But then God rebuked me. Instead of blasting them on Facebook, instead of getting angry, I should all the more pray for them. Pray for the country. Pray for the containment of the virus. Pray for wisdom for all the leaders. Pray for selflessness. Pray for all partisan politics to be removed from our country. And pray for frontliners for good health, strength, and sustenance, and even to those who are sick and their families. God reminded me that though I can criticize constructively, I shouldn't let any of those things happening around me fuel any negative emotions in my heart. This is not the time to be swayed by politics, not the time to be swayed by the chaos around me. But this is the time to find peace in God and to return to Him, to come to Him and seek His will over our land. I realized that I was feeding myself with stuff that corrupts the soul. I was contributing to this collective anxiety that the whole society is experiencing right now. But this doesn't have to be the case. We can all overcome. We just have to take it one day at a time. Let's feed our minds and our souls with what we really need. Amidst the death around us, we need the living God. We need His living word. If we're anxious because of the chaos around us, God has something to say to us. In Philippians chapter 4, He said, "Be not anxious for anything, but in everything, through prayer and supplication, let your requests be made known unto God. And the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding, will guard your hearts." So if we are anxious, let's just come to God. Tell Him what we're anxious about, and leave it there in His throne of grace. If we do our part, He promises to give us peace that surpasses all understanding. Perhaps as we all practice social distancing, we can also do some social media distancing. I had to tell myself that instead of wasting my time twiddling my fingers on the phone, paralyzed by all that's happening around me, why not just spend it on something more productive? I can take care of my soul by feeding my spirit, and I can take care of my soul by taking care of living things around me. And since we're self-isolating as per the city government's order, because we just came from the UAE, I spent my day taking care of our indoor plants, and that gave me so much peace. Maybe we can all do something similar. It doesn't have to be out of this world. Just do something to spend your time wisely. Maybe you can take care of a plant, maybe you can clean your indoor plants, or maybe you can read a book, write a letter that you've always wanted to write, or a blog, or something. Just keep yourself occupied with something that matters. Reach out to a friend, send an encouraging word to frontliners that you know personally, or maybe send them some verses that can really lift their spirits up. Let's just think about the whole situation. We're all quarantined. After a month, what would we want ourselves to be? How do we want to be changed? The only thing that this situation stole from us is our freedom to go outside and mingle with people. That's all. Others have lost far more. We are limited in what we can do because we all have to stay indoors. But that's a lot if you come to think of it. While I was taking care of these plants, I was reminded of the birds that woke me early this morning. If God can make them anxiety-free, worry-free, and let them just fly around so freely, how much more can God do that for us, His children, the people He loves so much that He sent His Son to die for us? His word says, if God is for us, who can be against us? Our Father is taking care of them, and He's taking care of us too.